Hey guys, this is Stork, and today we're going to talk about the next carbine on the list. Well, there really isn't a list, but the SG553 is next nevertheless. It has been interesting using the SG again, as I have had 100 service stars with it for months now, and I have not really used it since, until a few nights ago when I recorded the gameplay to accompany this review. When I used it a while back, I remember I loved it. It didn't seem like there was a situation that I would not like to have this gun in. After using the other carbines, I realized that I was a bit naive to think that the SG553 was a great gun. By no stretch of the imagination am I saying that it's bad, but I would caution that there are just simply better carbines to choose from. I have always said that you should not use the best guns regularly because it will dampen your progress to being a great player. With this philosophy, the SG553 has a nice place. So let's talk stats, shall we? The SG has an above fire rate, clocking in at 830 rounds per minute. The downside to this is that with the higher fire rate, it could be a little bit harder to keep under control during long bursts, or just flat out full auto fire. The fire rate is not the reason for the control issues though, it is the recoil pattern. It has a 0.3 up, a 0.3 left, and a 0.5 right with a 2.2 first shot multiplier. What does this translate to? It has a recoil pattern similar to the M249 light machine gun that has a similar fire rate and a 200 round magazine. The control of the SG553 is manageable if you use it with short bursts at long ranges. An advantage to the SG is that it has a decent reload speed of 2.15 seconds with at least one bullet in the gun, and a 2.65 second reload time if it's run dry. This reload time certainly allows you to be more aggressive in the way that you play with this gun. Moving on to the attachments for the SG, I personally go for recoil control. There's a lot to be said for the compensator and angle grip combo when talking about a gun that has an almost circular fire pattern. I would caution against using the suppressor as it will likely do more harm than good. I've experienced a significant difference between using the SG553 quiet and using it loud and proud. The reload time and fast fire rate should certainly be enough that buying time with the suppressor should not be a big issue. Also, it is interesting to note that the bullet velocity is already subpar at 430 meters per second, and it drops to only 280 meters per second with the suppressor, which makes it much more difficult to take enemies at range. As always, do yourself a favor and do not use the laser sight for hipfire. I was recently asked why I recommend not using a laser all the time. It's simple, really. When I started gaining skill in Battlefield, I learned it was best to note if you kill other players doing one particular thing more than others. I've noted countless times that I've killed someone for the simple fact that I saw his laser coming around a corner and was able to prep myself. It is certainly not worth the extra deaths for a little bit of a hipfire advantage. Overall, I would say the SG553 would be rated at about a 7 out of 10 in the carbine class. I cannot imagine any way that it would need to be patched because it can really certainly deal out the damage already. A little bit about the channel before I go. I will be doing a worst loadout ever video soon. I will take suggestions from subscribers that want to challenge me. For me to win the challenge, I need to complete a game of squad deathmatch with a higher KDR than my current overall KDR, which is currently a 3.10. All you have to do is watch the ACWR review and the medic tutorial and tweet to @TallStorkGaming with the number of kills I got with the ACWR on Rogue Transmission. When you submit your answer, include your awful loadout. I'll be picking the 5th correct answer that I receive. That's about it for me today, guys. So please don't forget to like the review if it was helpful to you or it might be helpful to a friend. And as always, I appreciate any subscriptions as it really helps out the channel. Until next time, this has been Stork.
Good job, gentlemen. We're now in the lead. Please don't jump! There's your med kit.
你的衣箱来了，快拿走。